Thank you so much for watching Viva's Canadian Journey. My name is Habiba. If this is your first time, welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe. It's very easy to do so. Just hit the subscribe button. Today, I come to you with good news or good tidings. I kind of feel like Paul the Apostle in the Bible, when he was writing to the people in Thessalonica, and he would be like, to the church in, Thessalonica, I bring you good tidings. So this is my version. To Viva's Canadian Journey subscribers and everybody else watching, I bring you good news. And that good news is that the Federal Express Entry, the Federal Skilled Worker Stream, is about to be lit. That's right. After a 15-month silence, draws are about to resume at the federal level. Without further ado, let's get started. So, if like me, you keep up with everything Canadian immigration, you must have heard, I think this was about 2-3 days ago, so this is fresh off the press again. Nova Scotia's very own, that's right, our very own Minister of Immigration, the Honorable Sean Fraser, stated that draws are going to resume at the federal level sometime in spring. Now this sounds very vague. However, according to Google, spring is from March 20th to June 21st, 2022. So what this tells me is that sometime within the next 90 days, there should be at least one draw at the federal level for the Federal Skilled Worker Stream. So yes, a lot of people are very, very happy. One of my subscribers sent me a message, very excited, and she's like, Habiba, the federal, FSW, the Federal Skilled Worker Stream is about to be lit this spring. And I said, yes, I shared in her excitement. I said, yes, that's one way of putting it. Okay, so quite a number of people are very happy. A few people are skeptical. They're like, let's see what it's gonna bring. But if like me, you're an optimist, then you should be extremely happy. Now, for the benefit of those that are new to my channel or people that are new to this whole, Canadian immigration stuff, right? I'm going to do a quick refresher course so you can understand why people are excited, why this is, good news for a lot of people. And so if you meet the criteria or you're interested in this stream, you can also, hop along. Okay, so I'm going to call this Canadian Immigration 101 real quick. Okay, now there are several streams available when you want to relocate to Canada. There's a study pathway. Okay, right now that has become very popular. A lot of people use this, but we're not going to talk about it right now. As a skilled worker, if you want to come to Canada, there's also the PNP pathway, the Provincial Nomination Programs, and I've been talking about this for a couple of months now. And there's also the Federal Skilled Worker Program, FSW or FSWP stream. Okay, now these streams, very popular. However, there hasn't been a draw at the FSWP level for months now. In fact, before the PNPs ever started, this Federal Skilled Worker Stream was the most popular. A lot of people, including myself and my family, we use this stream to actually relocate to Canada. So it was a very popular stream. But due to the pandemic, due to the way immigration is changing, this stream it's been quiet for a while. Now, I believe that in order for you to understand this Federal Skilled Stream, it will make more sense if we do a comparison or an analysis between the FSW and the PNP. Okay, so both of the streams are skilled worker streams, that foreign skilled workers can use to relocate to Canada legally. Both of the streams will get you to Canada. Both of these streams are criteria based, and all this criteria almost the same for both streams, and this criteria are point based. What this means is that for the criteria you get points. So you get points for your age, you get points for your educational qualifications, you get points for the language exams. The language exams are mandatory if you're thinking of relocating to Canada as a skilled worker. So you get points. The more points you have, the better. And obviously there's a minimum criteria. Okay, only those that meet the minimum eligibility will be successful. But the people that are going to be successful for both streams are the people with the most points. Okay, so these are some of the similarities. Now, one major difference that sets these two apart is that the PNP is very work experience, very skill set, what in Canada we call NOC code, very NOC code specific, while the federal is not specific. So regardless of your skilled worker experience, regardless of whatever field your work experience is in, if you meet the criteria, you can be successful for this stream. So let's take, for example, let's say applicant A. Okay, applicant A is 28 years old. So he gets maximum points for age. Applicant A has a master's or a PhD. Correct? So they get the most points for educational qualifications. Applicant A is an EFICO, what in Nigeria we call EFICO, very, very smart. So they have, they've written both the IELTS, the English exam and the French exam, and they have top marks there, band 9, they're bilingual. However, this applicant, after meeting all the criteria, their skill set is in an occupation that is not in demand in any of the 10 provinces or 3 territories in Canada. Do you know what's going to happen to that applicant? That applicant is not going to be successful for any of the streams because their skill set is not in demand in any province. Remember, I said with the PNPs are very skill set, very NOC code specific. Provinces only, invite candidates that have the skill set that is needed in a particular province. So this candidate or applicant A can have everything. If they don't have the right work experience, sorry, no province is going to take them. Now that is the beauty of the federal express entry, the federal skilled worker stream, that regardless of your skilled work experience, so you could be an engineer, you could be a hairdresser, you could be a teacher, you could be a carpenter, as long as you meet the criteria, it doesn't matter, there's no restriction on your skill set. You can apply and be successful at the federal level. Okay, so yes, the PNP is very popular, right? But then a lot of people also love and like the federal stream. Because I've said this before, there are some NOC codes that I call them the blessed NOC codes. And these NOC codes are not in demand, these skill sets are not in demand in any province. Now, what happens to people that fall under this NOC code? And if you're one of those people that have this wonderful NOC codes, these blessed NOC codes, then you really should be considering the federal skilled worker stream. Sometimes when my subscribers, send me an email, once they tell me their skill set, I'll be like, oh my goodness. Because I'm like, this is going to be difficult to find. It's going to be difficult to find a province that is looking for this skill set. And trust me, there are some skill sets like that, that are not in demand. In fact, there are some provinces like Saskatchewan and Alberta that have some NOC codes that they tell you are ineligible to apply. That means if you fall under any of those NOC codes, don't even bother applying. So if someone sends me an email and says, oh, I'm a secondary school teacher, I'm a primary school teacher, I'm like, ouch. Okay, but the good news is draws are about to resume at the federal skilled worker stream. So a lot of people are super duper happy. Okay, so please take advantage of it. However, I'm going to be really honest with you right now. There are hundreds of thousands of people in the Federal Express Entry pool, just waiting for a draw. So competition is at the highest. When my family and I were relocating to Canada, I think the cutoff point then was like 400 or 413 points. That is no longer the case. So the truth right now is whether at the PNP level or at the federal level, the more points, the better. Now someone is going to be saying, well, Biba, how can I get more points? I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. One of the fastest ways to get more points is learning a second language. It's not just for the PNPs. So if you have one of those NOC codes that are not in demand in any of these PNP programs, right, you can still learn a second language and you'll get additional points. There's up to 50 additional points for grabs at the federal level. Right now, every point counts. And if you ask me, I think it's one of the fastest ways to actually get those points. Because one of my subscribers was telling me, oh, she wants to go back to school to do like a master's. I'm like, that's amazing. You know, I'm never going to say no to extra or discourage anybody for, you know, extra education. That's really good. But that's going to take you about 12 months plus. However, and I'll say this boldly, in the past couple of weeks, I've met a lot of people that have learned a second language, especially English speakers that have learned French and taken the exam and done well. And they did it in a minimum of between 6 and 9 months. So it is possible, it is doable. Enough said. So anyway, if you're new to all this Federal Express Entry stuff, you don't understand it, you don't even know where to start, then I'll encourage you to refer to my old videos and watch them. Or you can follow me on Instagram at Biba's Canadian Journey and also book a one-on-one session with me. I call them the one-on-one clarity sessions. Because what happens in this session is I break down the whole process as it relates to you. You can ask me all the questions you want to ask that you don't feel comfortable asking on YouTube or on social media. And at the end of the day, you're going to leave that session with a lot of understanding and clarity. Information is key, knowledge is power, but understanding is also very, very critical and needed and important for you to pursue your Canadian immigration journey. I hope you found this really, really helpful. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, do take care. Hi, my name is Habiba.